I'm Joseph Humphreys. I've been at Fusion for 7 months, and I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. Actually, Star Wars is it's my all-time favorite. Just saying. If you saw my room, you'd know. I have a lot of Star Wars posters in there. Three of my good friends, Holden, Gabriel, Laney Hayes, and John Coleman Ward, continuously invited me, and I eventually came to the first Fusion of this year in the summer, so that's how I ended up here. I had been skipping out on church a lot, and I wasn't really satisfied with where I was at my other church, so they kept inviting me because they knew that I wasn't really involved in my other church and that I would probably enjoy being in Fusion a lot more, and I ended up enjoying it a lot. I think that Fusion has a lot more of a community than my old church or any other church I've been to. I just really liked having people around me that would help me in my relationship with Christ, and it wasn't just on my own the whole time. Before I met Christ, I was doing a lot to just satisfy my parents and do what everyone else wanted me to do, and I wasn't really thinking about what God wanted me to do, what the right thing was. I was really just focused on following the stages that society set forth for you, and I realized I just wasn't satisfied with what everyone was telling me to do and be. I was just trying to impress my parents a whole lot. I was working as hard as I could in school to get the best grades, trying to be the best at everything I could be, but I would always be let down because you can't be the best at everything, and no matter what, you can't always impress everyone you're around. It made me feel like a failure, honestly, because I could never quite fulfill my need to impress everyone, so without Christ, I just wasn't able to fulfill my desire all the time. My parents they raised me in a Christian home. They'd always taught me about Christ, but I kind of just followed it because that's what they wanted me to do. I never really took into consideration what I really thought about Christ, and it wasn't until my cousin invited me to a trip to Florida in 7th grade that I really came to decide that I wanted to follow him for myself, and I ended up accepting Jesus there. I had just been opened up to God's glory, and my cousin and my group leader talked to me about it after, and we kind of just discussed, my life before and how I've been chasing everything other than God and how it will never satisfy me. And in that moment, I decided that I wanted to give my life to Christ and that I wanted to pursue Him because He was the only thing that could meet all my needs and not anything this world has to offer. I think now I'm more open to talking to other people, new people, and bringing them closer to Christ. Before, I was really reserved and I didn't really feel comfortable talking about anything deep like this. And I think now that I know Christ, I want to be a light to others, and I want to bring others closer to God and better other people around me. And beforehand, I just wanted to better myself and kind of compete with others and impress everyone else. I think I want to start talking to my friends more and just other people about Christ, because I've seen a lot of people end up in a really bad situation because they're chasing after things that will never satisfy them. And a big part of it has also been my little brother. I know that I want to be a good example for him and bring him closer to Christ as well, because I don't want him to fall into that trap. If there's one thing I could tell you about Jesus, is that He accepts you as you are, so you don't need to worry about being judged whenever you want to get closer to Jesus. He'll take you as you are, and He'll get rid of whatever sin you have. He'll forgive you of anything.